You guys are going to have to pray that the Lord gives me strength to get through this one. We're going to talk about pregnant supermodel Emily Ratajkowski in the comments that she made about her child. Oh boy. Before I go any further, guys, I got to give a special shout out here to Roberto, who recently became a $5 patron, helping to support the channel. Thank you so much, my friend. And guys, for those of you watching, if you'd like to help support me as well, you could do so for as little as $5 a month. Patreon.com/conservative truth. That link in the description also gets you access to over 25 exclusive podcasts where I talk more about sensitive information. You get the alerts for anything that goes out on the Patreon platform, unlike YouTube, where you will not be notified of all the videos that I put out, even if you have that bell selected, because YouTube doesn't like me, but I know you guys like me. So when you get done watching me here, browse back to check what you've missed. Please like this video, share it, hit the bell, subscribe, and wear the glasses because I'm blind. So I feel the prayers. Thank you guys for praying. I was going to go off. I may still, I don't know. Let's just see how this goes. But supermodel Emily Ratajkowski making comments recently in Vogue talking about her soon-coming child. And the fact that both her and her husband, they're not going to know the gender of the baby until, well, that baby is then a full-grown adult, I guess you could say, when they turn 18 and the child tells them themselves what gender they are. That's right, they're going to wait 18 years for their child to tell them, their parents, what gender they are. Because you see, she's tired of gender misconceptions. She's tired. In fact, she said, she's even admitted that she's terrified of the thought of possibly raising a boy because they're just taught at such a young age about privilege and just having rights over women that they don't, that they're not, they shouldn't have. It's wrong. How dare they? I mean, the culture right now for men is just so poisonous. So it scares her to think that there could be a possibility of raising a boy in this case. So I think for her, she's like, okay, I'm going to clear my mind of worrying about the gender of my child, and I'm just going to watch the child grow up over time and just see what kind of habits they pick up along the way. Which one do they more lean towards? You want to talk about confusing a child as they're growing up. And look, I got to say this in a way that, I'm not going to get in trouble here. And again, if you guys, I go more in depth on my Patreon about this kind of stuff where I don't have to worry about the censors. I talk freely over there, guys. So if you want the unedited version of the conservative truth, check me out on Patreon. But for the purpose of this video, if you can't tell when that child is born, whether or not it's a male or a female, well, I guess you're blinder than me, because it should be quite simple. So if you have a hard time, I suggest you sit down, you read some books on, the anatomy, everything like that, because you got some issues. This is scary, and it's a growing trend, especially among celebrities who just decide to let their kids pick their own gender. Charlize Theron did this. I reported on this last year, saying that, her 3-year-old, she had a son, but then, one day the son just said, oh, I'm a girl. And Charlize said, oh, that's great. So we're going to go ahead and raise you a girl at this point. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the kind of behavior right here that just, it shows you we're in the last days. We're in the last days. They are trying to undo what it is that God set forth from the very beginning when they blab this nonsense about gender misconception and everything else like that. It's all leading towards the end. Get your hearts right with Jesus Christ before it's too late. I'll put some more information on this down below in the description. You guys can let me know your thoughts on Emily Ratajkowski and her thoughts on gender and the whole wait till 18 thing. It's insane. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I'll be back with more. You guys take care. Please be safe out there. God bless each and every single one of you, and I'll talk with you soon.